Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome to the Konami Arcade Aliens game. Now, this isn't going to be a first impressions. Because we're just going to play through the whole game in one go. Because as an arcade game, obviously, it's pretty short. So let's just get right into it. So Ripley here has been turned from just your kind of special badass to a straight-up action hero, blonde Ripley with a smart gun. So yeah, just want to play through this because it's got some goofy, unique alien designs for it. And I originally meant to go into this without having played it before, because I hadn't played it before, but unfortunately, during the first recording of this, I tabbed out. Alright, let's grab the flame here. I tabbed out at the very final boss and could not tab back in, so I lost the entire recording. So yeah, the flame is seemingly the best of the four power-ups, at least to me. And no complicated control scheme. You can shoot, and you can shoot while crouching. That's about it. There's also bombs, but it seems like, at least for using MAME here, the bombs get wasted when you do the crouch shot. So these goofy pink aliens aren't too tough, but again, Konami had to make up a bunch of, like, weird alien designs to be, you know, mini-bosses and stuff. So you see all kinds of aliens here, like this guy, that only exists in this arcade game. So this guy is not too tough as a sub-boss. Just gotta not get hit by his head. And this is where it gets a little tougher. You can only basically hit him in between shots, because the shots block yours. Alright. That's the first level. I like how the APC just crashes through the wall. And now we got our APC level. With these goofy dancing aliens. And also the hopping aliens. Though I think I love the dancing ones the best. They show up a couple times throughout the game. The APC also has missiles, but I'm not really sure how to use them effectively. You only get a couple of them. And they always hit the same spot. There's Newt. Bye, Newt. Kidnapped by gargoyles. Xenomorphs. Alright, so... And then we got these vent sections where you actually get a motion tracker, which actually makes things a bit easier than some of the other parts, because you know where enemies are spawning. Got like these weird super chest bursters in here. Buff chest bursters. Alright, that was my own stupid fault. That's one credit down. What? God damn it. I got animated. Then we got these zombie dicks who are just throwing grenades into the vent. Now, I'm not sure what that's actually supposed to be, but it obviously just sounds like him saying, "Shit!" I guess that Xenomorph is just stuck up there. Alright. extended elevator sequence. So in addition to having to worry about not taking damage here, if the cords on the top of the elevator break, then you automatically lose a life, no matter what your health is. Also, the nice thing about the flamethrower is you can hit facehuggers without crouching. It'll just kind of hit everything in front of you, so that's pretty nice. Oh, we lost a cord there. So yeah, this is supposed to be sort of based on Aliens, but, you know, pretty loosely. As most of the Konami movie license games were back in the day. Like, are we supposed to be in the atmosphere processor right now? And these guys start dancing on the roof. Just two of them. That's the only two that show up in this part. You know, is that just a commonality through all, like, elevator sections in games like this, is you have to worry about weight tolerance? Because I feel like that's pretty common. I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head. Stuff like Resident Evil 4, Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance, just kind of random examples. You know, let's grab the one of the other weapons just to show them here. So the three-way is not great, because obviously only one of them actually goes in front of you. Also, just random Zombieman. I guess they're like zombie chestburster infected. Watch out for the ball of Xenomorphs. And the goo just falling out of the walls. Not sure what that goo is supposed to be, but it wants us dead just like everything else. But no, it was actually just one Xenomorph. Who shoots snowballs. So he tries to bounce at you. But you can shoot his snowballs, so as long as you get in front of him when he starts doing that, you can just kind of take him out. Okay, you switched direction in mid-roll there. But yeah. The only thing that's a pain in the ass about this boss is if you end up behind him when he comes out, you can't hit him at all. That. So I will say, out of the you know, Xenomorph designs unique to this game, that one, when he's out of the ball, is actually pretty decent. Zombies are just full of chest bursters. But not these, like, half zombies, so I don't know what's up with them. I like, too, that you can just, like, slide forward while shooting like this. But obviously you move faster when you're standing and shooting. Now we're down in the sewers. Where you got, like, these super facehuggers, I guess they're supposed to be. Or they're just weird spiders. I find it's actually easier to stay in the water, because in the water, you just have these corpses that have facehuggers that pop, or not facehuggers, chestbursters that pop out like that. And occasionally the spiders kill themselves trying to get you. So yeah, we have super bombs here, and as soon as I do the crouch shot, or just miss them completely, I was gonna say, as soon as I do the crouch shot, I'll just waste them. I'm not sure if it's because you just can't set a separate input for the bomb button on this, but whatever the reason, you can't seem to hold on to them. And we got our first power loader here. So we got a quick chop and a slower chop. Watch out for the wrecking ball. I'm not sure who's trying to crush us with these. This door, which I guess is supposed to be blocking the whole path, but doesn't look like it is. Also, I changed the default binds for the buttons here, and it seems like sometimes one of the buttons will stick, and then just won't take the input for a second, and I don't think that's my keyboard. I think it's just MAME doesn't like that button for whatever reason. But obviously I wanted to switch it off of using Alt, because before Alt is what got me to lose my progress. I keep meaning to pick up one of the missiles, and I keep picking up this shitty thing instead. Because the missiles are not bad, but they're not as good as the flamethrower. Oh yeah, and we also got these floor Xenos. So if you don't want to end up like Hudson, you either have to just constantly shoot or just, remember where they are. Maybe it is just my X key. So I feel like if I start tapping it, like I'm tapping it right now and nothing's happening, and then I just have to press it a little harder. These colonists here just strung up. Obviously we're not going to help them because they are infested. Though most of them don't actually have chest bursters that come out. And one of the only places where eggs actually appear. Instead of these like Xenomorph fetus sacks. So now these super facehuggers, as you can see, also shoot chest bursters out of them. Sort of just skipping the whole infesting a host thing. But again, these are just, goofy non-canon enemies. Alright, prepare for the best boss. But first we gotta get rid of these. Xeno Shield. So this goofy fuck, with his like mode 7 tentacles, is the stupidest looking alien in this. So yeah, you have to make sure you stay far away from the top tentacles or they will jab you. Also, he just throws egg sacs at you. They don't actually hatch. Ow. I got grabbed. Despite the fact that this, certain parts of this are, typical arcade kind of difficulty bullshit, I would probably still play this if I found it in an arcade these days. Like, there's one place in town that actually still has a decent number of arcade cabinets, and they have listed right on their site Aliens as one of the two, big deal ones. Okay, so now that he's lost his tentacles, we just have to dodge the eggs. Which I find is a lot easier to look at the shadows than the actual sprites. While just holding down the fire key. But yeah, like this right here is just a fuck you over and damage you sort of stage, considering he has so much invincibility there. Alright. Second APC stage, now we have random bits of junk that will bounce up and hit you. As long as you're kind of like on the opposite half of the APC from where stuff is going to hit you, it usually won't hurt you, but... We also got a few more flying Xenomorphs here. This guy that just shoots balls and is really annoying. And again, doesn't appear again after that. There's Newt, and she didn't get kidnapped this time. Alright, so now that we've rescued Newt, I think we're supposed to be in the atmosphere processor now. And we are heading in the Hive to kill the Queen. Let's move a little bit to the left so that I'm not at the front of the screen. Also just random acid dripping from the ceiling now. Like that jump scare Xenomorph who doesn't actually do anything. Alright, so this is... Again, my key is... I should rebind that to something else, but it's too late now. I was gonna say, this is the 3 bullets, but I fired like 1 shot. Alright. So this goofy fuck is like a psychic brain Xenomorph that has these floating facehuggers, and you have to shoot the balls, which will then bounce up and damage him. If you have the flame shot here, it will just damage him straight away. You don't have to deal with the balls at all, which I probably should have grabbed there, but then I died anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you just kind of have to not get trapped in the corner by his balls. I mean, you can't tell me that this guy doesn't just look like a big walking ball sack. And not just in the literal sense of he is a sack full of balls. One thing that makes this a little more difficult is you can't shoot up except for in the elevator scene. There we go. One of the more annoying little mini-bosses. But again, the flame shot makes him trivial because you just shoot him a couple times and that's it. Watch out for the dancing Xeno. Full of, dust bursters. I actually forgot about those guys. Who are, for whatever reason, a different color than the ones in the earlier level. Alright, so we got another vent coming up. Also, you can't move vertically here. Makes sense though, because you're about to go in an event. This one's a little more complicated. You got facehuggers that come out of these holes. Again, I was holding shoot there. Didn't want to shoot. Good thing I don't have to worry about actual credits here, or that would be a problem. This is just me testing it to see how many times it doesn't work. It seems like when I test it, I have no problem, but as soon as I actually need to shoot, it's like, nah, actually I don't work. I like how you can see the Xenomorph crawling into the vent down there. Another enemy for the goofy list is those flying Xenomorph heads. They're just heads with wings. Maybe they're Xenomorph bats. Just picture like a bat with a little tiny facehugger on it. Alright, managed to grab the power-up after dying. Usually it disappears when you die. Now, I would have liked to grab the other power-ups, but honestly, I might just have to stick with the flamethrower because of the lack of me needing to use the other button. Because this one works fine. It's only the crouch one that gives me problems now. Oh, you can destroy those events? I didn't know that. And we fall down, but this time it's not the sewer, it's just a hive, and we can just walk around the top. I did not mean to jump down. Oh man. Welcome to hell. So, I mean, this game's already difficult without the slight technical problems. Oh yeah, these fucking silly-ass things. So they grow when you shoot them. And then after you shoot them enough, they grow into permanently big ones. Like, they're not even particularly dangerous. They sort of slowly hop at you, and that's it. They don't have any, like, ranged attacks or anything. You just can't hit them when they're jumping. So you have to kind of just do this. Easy little mini-boss. Watch out for the lurking Xenomorph. Like Super Mario World fence Koopas, but in Xenomorph form, just trying to punch balls at us. I like how I died right on top of the one-up. And there's nothing you can do about these guys, you just have to avoid them. Again, just there to give you extra damage without you being able to really do much about it, except try to step out of the way. Now we gotta watch out for lightning, as well as everything else, because, you know, we're getting close to the end here, so we gotta throw even more hazards at you. There it is again, not wanting to shoot. Okay, so now I'm tapping it again. Nothing's happening. There's like I guess there's a slight delay is the problem. But only sometimes. Look, it's the source of the lightning. These weird lightning twins. With their lightning hair. Again, not a very complicated boss, you just don't want to stand between them. And as is the case always with twin bosses, once you kill one, the other one turns into a new pattern. I really hate this one because you can't hit him with these stupid lightning things in the way, and they are like triple homing shots in that they, you know, come after you 3 different times. That. Again, he doesn't have a lot of phases here where you can really damage him. You have like a second to hit him when he comes in, and then a second to hit him after the balls disperse, and then you have to move. now we're in the atmosphere processor, which is starting to destabilize. I guess these little winged guys are what you get when a Castlevania Medusa head gets xenomorphed. I will say, despite the goofy designs of a lot of these enemies, I do actually like the art for this game. Like, these sprite eggs are pretty cool looking, and they have the whole animation when they pop open. And aside from being a single color, the Xenomorphs are pretty well done too. The backgrounds. It's the Queen! I don't actually know what hit me there. I think I just walked into her sack. So we have this tide of facehuggers as we shoot her egg sack. And I like, too, that you see, as you break the eggs, just a random Xenomorph drone just carries more in from off-screen. Also gotta watch out for the acid that comes out of the segments when you break them. The Queen also looks really small here, but I think that's because she's just in the background. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to avoid here. You've got the eggs, you've got the acid, you've got the facehuggers, you've got the Xenomorph that drops in from the ceiling. Suck on that, Queenie. Wait, wrong game. And now we have to escape as the atmosphere processor explodes. Also, Jelly Xenomorph. Aside from turning into jelly when he spawns, there really is no difference between these and the regular ones either, so I'm not sure why they made Koopas. I guess they're just a little spit from off screen. I guess that's the difference with the jelly morphs, is they can spit. So again, I am no expert in these sort of arcade side-scrollers, but I'd say this seems doable. Like, this doesn't seem impossibly hard compared to some arcade games to me, even as a layman. But definitely certain quarter-munching segments. But I could see how someone could get pretty good at this pretty quickly. Alright, we got another testicle guy. So this is the triple shot, which, as you might expect, shoots 3 shots. Weird how that works, right? It's actually pretty good against this guy, I didn't even realize that. Not as good as the flame shot, though. Dead again. That's fine. We'll drop ship and get off the planet. So we're back here on the Sulaco. Not sure what's with this random out-of-place vent grate. And it's the Queen. Dead. Ripley. So here's the Queen, here's the power loader. I think it's actually easier to just shoot her at first, because the power loader is kind of hard to avoid her attacks. And despite being fairly simple, still a better boss fight than the end of Colonial Marines. You notice too, you can't get too far away from her, she like rushes at you. Maybe the size is a little bit off too if you look at it, but I mean, I think by comparison she would take up a lot more of the screen than she does here. She does this thing where she like locks onto the power loader, and then it seems like you can't actually get her off when she does that. At least if she grabs you from the back. I'm not sure what is happening to the... Oh, well, it's fixed now. I'm not sure why it was constantly flickering like that. Yeah, see, when she grabs you, it seems like you're just fucked. It just fully damages you, unless she happens to be in front of you when she does it. One thing is, you can kind of hit her from above. Okay, so that doesn't instantly kill you, it just takes off like 4-6 segments of your health. Man, she is tough. So yeah. Now the door is open, and you just have to hammer shoot. I like that she's shooting her with her mouth at us. So that's a neat little way to finish that boss fight. If there was a 2D Xenomorph in a 2D fighting game, that would be the sound it would make when you killed it. That sort of slow death sound. Also, you're survived, I guess. So yeah, that's Aliens. I think it's a pretty neat, for what it is, you know, 2D arcade game, especially back in the day when this came out. I want to say this was 93 as well? 92? 93? This would have been, you know, obviously pretty impressive compared to what you get on home consoles, because that was back when arcades could still kind of have better hardware than what you can have at home. So yeah, I can see that this would have been pretty popular with people back then. I don't think it's terrible or anything, I think it's a little cheap, but again, something you can get pretty good at, I think, a lot easier than some other arcade games. And then it just loops back to the beginning, of course. But yeah, this has been Aliens, and there's a few other arcade games we're going to check out in this sort of me going through the old Alien games as well. But the other ones are, well, most of the other ones are not 2D side-scrollers, so we won't be seeing as much of this. So expect to see some first-person Xenomorphs in the next one. Alright, Hive and Shadefire, it's Aliens, and I hope you'll join me with some more Xenomorphs in the future. Until then, take care, folks.